What's up, bro?
Yo, what up, dude?
What's going on?
What's up, man? We're back at it again, huh?
Yeah. Had another fuck up last week.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Yeah, we had some problems last week. We couldn't get the shit to work, basically, right?
Pretty much.
We were just like, we had all the equipment, but the shit was just not working.
Yeah. We tried to change studios. I mean, I left all the stuff here to make it easy, and then I get here and it doesn't even work.
Yeah, that was the
But
bummer.
I think it's been my computer. It's been not like registering everything, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
We're back on.
We had back. We're back at it. Episode
15.
15. Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Going at it, dude. Episode 15. A lot to talk about, man. We missed a lot of things that we didn't talk about these past few weeks. I think we didn't talk about Bellator.
Well, yeah, we were supposed to go over or break down that Bellator card last week, but didn't get a chance to do it. But this week we'll, recap it and then also talk about the UFC a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'd say the best part of that weekend was the Bellator card. It was a pretty good card.
Oh man, that was an amazing card, bro. I mean, I really love how they're doing their pay-per-views. I compare it to the UFC. How can you not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like with me, I try to compare it to see like what are these guys trying to do different? How are they trying to stand out from the UFC? How are they doing things better?
And they do a lot of things different.
They do a lot of things different. Number one thing that stood out to me that I absolutely love is the scorecards and while you're seeing them on
like
the
round.
Boxing style. It's like I love it, dude. I love it. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know why UFC doesn't do that.
Yeah. Well, because it's just like I think it's the announcer scorecards or the people talking about it, announcing the fights. So it's their opinion, but it gives you like an idea of how people are seeing the fight. So then you can like really figure it out. Oh yeah, this guy really did do a little bit more that round.
Right.
Keeps it helps in boxing because there are a lot more rounds. So you're just like, what the fuck happened between like 3 and 8? What happened in those rounds?
Right. Yeah. It's like 12 rounds. So it's like who you really got to like sum it up. It's like who's taking the lead here. Yeah. Shit. We're like in 5 rounds. You could tell who's 2 or 1 out of 2, 2 out of 3, whatever. But I mean, Bellator is doing amazing, dude, with their pay-per-view. That was an amazing card.
The production was really good. I think it was, like, all clean.
Perfect.
It's not like... It doesn't look like the minor leagues or anything like that. It looks legit.
It looks like Bellator is finally starting to show what they've been, like, having in their mind, in their head. Like, this is what we want it to be.
Scott Coker. That guy's a fucking genius.
And he's such a nice guy, man. He seems like he's loved by many fighters, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has any bad rep or anything that fighters have said about him, but I've yet to hear anything.
Negative thing would probably come from Dana White.
Yeah. But yeah, Scott Coker's doing his thing, man. He I'm sure he's gonna get the best talent, dude. I'm sure he did it with Strike Force, and he's gonna do it now with Bellator. Heather Hardy, she was amazing, dude.
Yeah, and I heard on the Big Brown Breakdown, Shaw was talking about how she's had a rough life.
Oh, very rough. She's a mother, dude.
She was a single mom, but she lived in a single bedroom apartment with her mom, her grandmother, and her kid, all in that single bedroom. And then that's how she got into boxing, because she just needed to like have a release time.
Yeah.
And apparently she was also raped.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And they've always asked her. I forgot in what interview. I saw this in an interview though. They asked her, "What is that the reason why you got into boxing? So you could defend yourself?" And no, not at all.
Yeah, she was like, no, it's just more personal thing.
If anything, it gave her confidence, she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, Heather Hardy's amazing, dude. She was, I think she was having a few problems where I could see, like, okay, she needs to improve a little bit of that. On the clinch, she was getting kneed lot of knees to the stomach, but
yeah, I didn't see this fight, but I saw the highlights, and from what people are saying, it's like she, started out pretty slow because it's her first MMA fight, so she started out pretty slow in the first 2 rounds, and then in the third round kind of turned it up with boxing.
Yeah.
But they were saying it just took her a little bit of time to get used to the distance and stuff like that.
I could see that. Because once fucking boxing mode kicked in, dude, it was just hands down, right hook just in your face. The girl didn't even see it coming.
She was landing
clean punches, dude. Let her stood up, almost like her boxing tactics were coming back into play. We're not rushing in and finishing the fight with ground and pound. She just, I wanted to whip that ass, a little longer. Badass chick, dude. She's fucking amazing. I'm excited for her to see what she's gonna do next. I know she's not done with boxing, but I really do hope her next fight is it's an MMA fight.
Yeah,
I really do hope so. I mean, how can you not? I mean, she said it. This is her biggest payday ever in her whole career in boxing. So
yeah, that was the reason she came into MMA.
It was surprising that she started off the fight with leg kicks. It was almost like, I never got to throw these before. So it started off with a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah, maybe she just trained that. She worked on it. Because it's a new aspect in the game, so I'm sure she had to work on that more than her boxing and stuff like that.
I mean, her leg kicks weren't coming as like fast, but
they're useful.
Right, definitely useful.
In the long run, it slowed the other girl down.
Yeah. And
she ended up being able to just walk forward and punch her in the face.
Yeah, dude. I can't stop talking about Heather Hardy, man. She was I can't great matchup to open up the card with, dude.
Well, a lot of people are saying that was the fight of the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's hard to say because there was a lot of
good fights, but a lot of people were saying that just she did a really good job.
Soccer Mom did good too, but once that boxing kicked in, she didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then what was after that fight? That was what was after?
I didn't see a lot of the undercard. Yeah, but let's look it up.
Let's look it up. And then, Bellator had a lot of things going on, dude. In that pay-per-view, they had their numbers were good too.
Yeah, they got 1.5 million on the undercard on Spike, and then 900,000 on the pay-per-view.
That's what I read too. Yeah, that's what I read. Yeah, 900,000, something like that. But I'm happy that even the announcing team they had with Mike Goldberg there. That just made it more. That made it more official. They're here, dude. Yeah. Bellator's here now.
I kept waiting for him to say inside the octagon. What did he say though? What does he say about the cage in the Bellator cage? That's it.
You know what? I didn't really pay attention, but Brendan Schaub was telling him when they're all sitting in the booth. He's like, "Can you please just say
virtually identical?"
Yeah. Amazing, dude. But the Bellator card was amazing. And
then Schaub is pretty, and a lot of the things he say, I'm waiting for him to say something dumb as hell. I always think of the fighter and the kid.
Absolutely, you see it.
Absolutely dumb as shit things.
And while you're watching, at least with me when I was watching it, you could tell. But when Schaub had a face where he was smiling or hiding. You know how that face when he's trying to hide that smile or some shit? Yeah, exactly. When he does that, he's thinking some stupid shit. You're but he can't say it. He's thinking some stupid shit right now.
Those guys are fucking dorks, dude.
Yeah. The UFC is snoozing for not having Brendan Schaub on their side, dude. Helping out, because I even seen a few YouTube videos where Schaub was it was called taking you out to dinner, and it was he had Larkins with him, and it was a little skit that Bellator did with Schaub and Larkins eating and just talking to each other.
No, I didn't see that.
No, you got to see it, dude. It's funny because Schaub is just being stupid while they're eating and shit.
When isn't he being stupid?
Yeah, all the time, right?
Stupid piece of crap.
But the rise of Bellator, man. Scott Coker could do amazing things. I mean, Ronda Rousey came out of there. Daniel Cormier.
Luke
Rockhold, a bunch of names, man.
Gegard.
So,
Jacare.
The list goes on and on.
Cyborg.
Bellator, they're going through that early UFC stage. Ironically, they have those early fighters too with them to grow the sport.
Yeah.
Tito, they're just missing Chuck Liddell.
Well, apparently people are trying to start up Tito versus Chuck talks, but I don't think it's ever.
Nah, man.
No, neither of those guys want that.
Nah.
Can I see the undercard or what? Oh, it wasn't even an undercard. It was Bellator 180, that's why.
It's kind of weird how they had two different names for it, right? NYC and 180. That was confusing at first.
There you go. Oh, so after Heather Hardy, it was James Gallagher and Chinzo Machida.
Oh yeah, that fight, man.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing. When I turned it on, it was on. I turned it on when this fight was on.
Okay.
And it was James was already on his back and he was bloodied up. So he was like, a minute before he choked him out, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that fight didn't really last long. It was
like 3 minutes.
Yeah, in the first round, and that dude Gallagher came out really cocky, man. Really cocky,
Irishman.
dude. Super
Conor
cocky. Even during the the announcing, Gallagher came up straight up to Machida's face. Right, that's Machida's brother too, right?
Yeah,
looks just like him too.
Well, they're brothers. I think Chinzo is older than Machida.
Is he
younger? I don't know.
I thought it was his younger brother, but
Lyoto is older. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but man, he was getting the stand up he wasn't doing so well.
Gallagher?
Yeah, he wasn't doing so well.
That's what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. And it's almost, I don't know, man. These Machida's brothers, I feel like they're so much better sometimes, and then they just
fuck it up.
They just fuck it up. I don't know what's going on with them, man. But yeah, Gallagher, and then McGregor's really, starting to hype him up too. He posted a video on the Mac Life about him. Yeah. It was a video when Gallagher first stepped into to train with them. I think he was only, I don't know, I forgot how old he was. He was young though.
But he's only like 20 years old right now.
I think he's 19 or 20, yeah. So yeah, there was a clip where McGregor was telling him like, "Don't worry, your time will come." And they had posted that during after his matchup. So it was perfect timing for that, but. To post that video, Gallagher winning that fight in New York City for Bellator, but I don't know. His stand-up needs work, in my opinion, but nonetheless, man. I mean, he did tap out one of the Machida, so
yeah. But his stand-up against a Machida too. I mean, everybody kind of struggles with that.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, John Jones had his problems too.
Yeah, Machida was tagging him a little bit.
Yeah.
He was a little faster.
Yeah,
that was
for the longest. That Machida was the only one that gave him some trouble.
Yeah,
because everybody else that John Jones was fighting
kept the distance and couldn't get touched.
Just dominating.
But he fucking did Machida dirty though. Dropped his ass on the ground like a sack of potatoes.
God, dude, that's vicious, right? Yeah, that's dude. He just
didn't give any fucks.
Boom, and his head just hits the mat, and his face is all fucked up. It's like. And he just walks away with his hands up. That was brutal, man. That was probably the worst. I mean, he passed out.
Yeah.
There was no tapping, none of that.
That was a nasty choke he had in there.
It was
deep,
man.
And strong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was not letting go.
I don't even know if Machida had time to tap. Right?
No.
But yeah, moving on, man. What was after that?
Bader and Phil Davis, which was another boring
fight. Man. I don't even want to talk about this fucking fight, dude.
But like people were saying, Coker was saying in when he was on the MMA Hour that it wasn't that exciting of a fight because nothing really amounted to anything. But these guys were trying to knock each other out. Like, they were throwing hard punches at each other. And Phil's face was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Even though, like, there were no really significant strikes that really rocked anybody.
Right.
There were still hard punches thrown, but I guess they were doing another really calculated fight. Yeah. And then Ryan Bader, in his, like, interviews after the fight in the press conference, he was saying, like, he was going in there trying to knock him out. Like, he wanted to win. He wanted to stop him this time because the last one was so boring. But he just
trying to impress everyone.
Yeah, we said Phil is just like, he's an awkward guy. It's hard to fight him. And
he's also an awkward guy, though, a little
Bader?
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both weird because they're like wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they want to stand, they kind of want to stand up, but at the same time, you see it in their posture. It's like, no, you know they're wrestlers just by looking at them.
They're both wrestlers that want to strike, but they kind of fight the urge to just go to wrestle.
Yeah, and that's where they do the
Maybe
best.
Wrestlers don't want to turn it into a wrestling match because then it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I want to throw some punches, bro.
But I mean that fight was fucking boring, in my opinion, though, man.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
It was pretty boring, man. So I mean, now what? They're 1-1.
No, Bader won both of them.
2-0 for Bader.
Yeah. Next fight was the opener of the main card. Douglas Lima and Lorenz Larkin for the welterweight championship.
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
That was good. Larkins looked very confident coming into that fight.
Yeah, but I think he might have underestimated Lima.
I think so,
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, I'm starting to keep my eyes on this Lima guy, man.
Yeah, he's winning his fights.
He's winning his fights.
Decisively.
And he made Larkins really... I
mean, it was pretty back and forth for the first couple of rounds, but there was a point, like, when he rocked him and knocked him down.
Yeah.
After that, it was Douglas Lima all the way.
Yeah, after that, Lima was already... He had his number at that time, so...
And Larkin's another, tricky dude. Like, he's hard to fight because he has some weird-ass counters and strikes and shit like that.
He's powerful, too,
yeah,
dude. Super
fast.
powerful. Yeah,
and
fast
weird-ass
and
leg kicks.
I'm sure Larkins will come back, though, man. He'll come back after this fight. I think maybe there's Bellator jitters. I don't know. I mean, coming straight to a championship, and it was like a big deal. Or maybe underestimated Lima, how you said.
Yeah. Maybe it should have been Rory in that position instead of Larkin.
So is Rory gonna fight Lima next?
Yeah, he's next.
Yeah? Okay.
Rory is going in there and telling people he's gonna straight murder them.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about bodies and shit and burying them. It's like, dude, he always has like that psycho.
Well, he's the Red King,
dude. He's a little creepy.
He's crazy
because he's like a crazy.
Well, they used to call him the Canadian Psycho.
Yeah. I mean, it fits him, but at the same time, it doesn't because he's a psycho, but he's like very quiet to himself and just.
Well, that's what that guy was. Very quiet in the movie Psycho.
Yeah.
Very quiet guy, like a mama's boy and stuff like that, and then he just goes and kills women.
See, I didn't know that.
You've never seen Psycho?
No, I've never seen Psycho.
It's like an American classic.
Really?
It's a horror movie. Watch it during Halloween.
I'll check it out. What year did it come out? Like in the 80s?
Yeah, 80s? A long time ago.
See, I don't pay attention to those old school movies.
And then there's also a new one, American Psycho, or a newer one.
Is it better?
It's just like newer.
More modern.
Yeah, more modern. But it's with Christian Bale. The guy who did Batman. But yeah. I mean, Rory is going in. He's determined.
Yeah.
He's really determined going into Bellator. He's like, I was the best, one of the best in the UFC.
Definitely, dude. I'm
going to come in here and just take what's mine.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, dude. And like, I keep saying it, dude. Every time I see Rory McDonald, I keep thinking, UFC, you're so stupid.
You're so dumb.
Letting him go like that. Just... Even he was coming off a losing streak, right?
But all of those fights were very close, and he was winning a lot of those fights in the beginning, and then he would kind of fall off.
The shit that he was doing to Wonder Boy in there in that fight, that roll, remember that? He was trying to get it. Yeah, Yeah,
even in that fight, like Wonder Boy won, but he didn't really do anything impressive to him.
Right, exactly. So
when you beat Rory, it's either like you go in there and you destroy him, or you like barely touch him and you just kind of get a nod.
Exactly, like Carlos Condit was kind of.
Carlos Condit, I'd say he pulled it off in the end.
Yeah, I mean he did. How do you win? Submission?
TKO, I think.
TKO?
Yeah, because it was like
TKO, but
no, it was a TKO. But the first couple rounds, he was getting tagged really hard. But then he got like on top of him in like the last couple minutes and TKO'd him from mount. And then when he was fighting Robbie, he was whooping Robbie's ass.
Yeah,
those head kicks, dude.
Oh, got him, gave him the wobbles.
He hit him hard. Like those head kicks hurt me.
Gave him the wobbles.
You could see in his face immediately, just like
See, but you see, like, that toughness it'll get to you, man. Yeah. It'll get to you, dude. You know.
And then you go in there and fight Woodley, who's like made of muscles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say.
Let's say that Carlos Condit doesn't come back. Would you want to see him in Bellator or in UFC? Because right now Condit, it's almost like nobody knows what the fuck is up with him yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see him go to Bellator. I honestly would rather see him retire.
Really?
If he doesn't want to do it, don't go in there and fight these guys.
Yeah.
He's done it long enough.
Yeah.
He's had his chances. He had an interim title.
He almost fucking knocked out GSP with that head kick.
Yeah.
It was a moment I was like, oh my god, it's finally happening. It's finally fucking happening. And nope, GSP just gets up and just dominates again. Yeah.
It's not fair. I don't think that's going to be the case when GSP finally gets back in the cage.
I keep thinking that he's going to look a little rusted, or that all that time off maybe wasn't good for him. I don't know. Because the game just advances so quick.
So different.
Yeah.
He's been gone for 4 years now.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, okay. And now talking about GSP, they finally just know there's a plan with him where, like, instead of, was going to fight Bisping, and then turns out the fight wasn't going to happen anymore. Finally, the UFC has a plan with him. He'll be fighting the winner against Tyrone Woodley and Damian Maia.
Okay.
Which is cool, man. I'm excited because it's like that's what they should have done in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are you doing?
And I honestly want to see Maia versus GSP.
And that would be a fight that GSP has never been in. A guy that says, dude, you're going to take me to the ground? That's my shit. Yeah, take me down. For sure. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see. I guess, like his percentage in takedowns is probably at, like, 80, 90? I would even say 90, dude. He just takes people down so easily.
Yeah.
So to see him like just take out Damian Maia, and just how is he going to attack once he's on the bottom? Because Damian Maia could attack from any position in the bottom. That's his shit.
Yeah.
So, and he's also a very strong guy, coming from a bigger weight class.
Yeah.
So that itself will be a big challenge for GSP.
It's going to be a big problem. Either one of those guys is going to be a problem for GSP.
It kind of reminds me of Cain Velasquez versus Fabricio Verdum.
Yeah, that's his biggest problem.
It's like, I don't know, it's hard to say because Damian Maia's striking, it's good, but I don't know if he could knock somebody out,
Verdum can knock somebody out.
Verdum can.
Yeah.
So it was like that was the thing with Cain Velasquez. The thing when I was watching that fight, I was like, okay, if Cain Velasquez doesn't do good in the stand-up, then he's fucking screwed.
Yeah.
Because you do not want to take him. You don't want to take Fabricio down. Because normally that's what Cain would do. He would mix it up, wrestle, boxing, dirty boxing, and it would work fine and dandy. But against Verdum, before that fight happened, I always kept on saying it was like that would be Cain Velasquez's worst fucking matchup. Worst matchup.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, back to Bellator, dude. What was after that? After that?
The Zach Freeman and Aaron Pico fight, which lasted all of a minute.
How did that fight end again?
It was a guillotine, But this Aaron Pico guy, he's like 20 years old. He had a ton of hype. And like everybody was behind this guy. And they made it seem like he was supposed to go in there and just destroy this guy, and he lost by guillotine in the first minute. I think he was put to sleep too.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what the hell was I doing for this fight. I don't remember much about this one.
I think we were probably not paying attention. Oh yeah, we came out and the fight was over, remember?
Oh, see what I mean? That's what happened.
That's because it only lasted a minute.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, Jones.
But yeah, we didn't get to see this fight, but I saw the press conference, and this Aaron Pico guy, he still has a lot of hype behind him. Everybody's supporting him and shit. It wasn't like a total disaster. He's 20 years old, but like when he was getting interviewed in the press conference, he was handling himself very well.
Good.
So
that's good.
You know, he's like, this is just my first fight. I'm 20 years old. Like,
yeah.
You can't expect me to just dominate people right away. Some people can do that, but I'm still learning.
And it's also like losing is also something that.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't really
need.
Yeah, I don't really take this too hard. Like, everybody's gonna lose. This is a fight business. Like,
there you go.
You're gonna lose.
There you go.
Win some, you lose some.
It seemed like you guys is head on straight.
Yeah, so I was pretty impressed by that more than his fight.
Yeah, because I mean, some people just they don't handle the losses very well, man.
No,
and it's probably because they never had one or never lost a big fight.
Well, look at Ronda Rousey. Like, she loses once and disappears, comes back, loses again and disappears.
Man, and she could still come back and win fights.
Yeah,
Beth Correa, dude, she could still fuck her up.
Yeah,
I would say she would win.
Most fights.
Most fights.
Yeah.
And you saw Beth trying to make some noise.
Saying that nobody likes her and everybody wants to fight her. And shit like that. Yeah.
And saying that people want to fight me because they know I bring like the audience. The audience, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
She's
honestly?
Crazy. I think she looks a little crazy.
She seems a little wacky. Mm-hmm. She seems a little wacky, but yeah. What was after that fight, Nick?
That Brent Primus and Michael Chandler for the lightweight title.
Oh my god,
that was a shitty fight too.
Oh, dude, and this is not the first time that we've seen this happen to a fighter. Where they're
fucking New York.
And dude, of course, the stool, man. Like how? Oh.
Apparently, that kind of factored into him like getting the fight being called, because they thought that he like collapsed to the ground again, and they saw him, and then they just called it after that.
Oh my god!
But what should have happened, as soon as they like called timeout for the medical reason, it should have been over immediately.
Yeah.
Not let's check out his legs, sit on the stool, let's see.
Yeah.
Are you okay to fight? And then he stands up and tries to sit down again. There's no stool. And then you call it after that. Like, once the ref stopped it because his leg was fucked up, it should have been over.
Yeah. What do you call that? TKO, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? It was just...
And apparently it was because of the guy's kicks. Because they were saying that, or Michael Chandler said that he got kicked so hard in a certain place, like in the back of his calf, that it like shut down his nerves to his foot, and he just couldn't feel anything, so he couldn't put pressure on it because his foot would just feel like it's gonna collapse. You know, like when your foot's asleep, and like you can like roll your ankle really easily because there's like no support there. Like that's what was happening.
Oh my goodness!
So it was because of the kicks, but it was like a nerve that he hit.
So technically, the dude did win.
He did win.
I mean, if the dude kicked you that fucking hard,
and they kept kicking him.
And there was a point. Yeah, he just kept on chopping away. Well, boom, just over.
And he said that was something he was working on, because Chandler comes forward with his leg out a lot, and he wanted to make sure he could slow down that forward movement with the leg kicks.
Now that you're telling me this information, I'm getting a whole different point of view in this dude. Except I was like, oh man, he didn't really win the belt that clearly, but
because it looked like more like because he rolled his ankle that one time, but that was because his nerve was already fucked up, and he had his leg was like, his foot was like jello.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, and props to that dude, man.
Yeah.
I mean, give Michael Chandler a rematch for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it worked. The technique worked. So he won the belt.
And it's true because Michael Chandler does charge and he runs at you and he fucking, while he's running, it's almost like a veto almost.
Yeah,
you know?
Vitor.
Right? So, I mean, that's a great game plan from that dude. What was his name again? I forgot.
Brent Primus.
And he's now the new
lightweight champ.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like we were kind of not happy with that fight when it was happening, but that's because New York sucks and they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
So it was like they made it seem like he rolled his ankle and they're just checking on it and it's just like ended weird.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be more definite in their decisions. They can't be like, okay, let's check it out. Oh wait, it's over.
And then you have Chandler saying, "No, I can still go. It's like, no. They should have just stopped it, dude.
Yeah, it should have been stopped as soon as the ref came in.
I mean, but fuck, what a fucking animal Chandler is, dude. He rocked him while his leg was fucked up.
Yeah, dude, and that's what made it even worse, because the ref came in and stopped it after he's rocked him.
After he rocked him, what was the point of that?
Like, his leg gave out again, but he was still standing up and throwing punches at him.
Dude, I think Chandler would have seriously walked on his knees to whip his ass, dude, if he was on the ground.
Yeah, dude, he would have kept coming. He didn't give a fuck.
Dude, he didn't give a shit.
And that's what they were saying, too. Like, whenever his leg buckled, he never took his eyes off of him.
Yeah,
like, his leg was about to break off, and he's still, like, looking at him, waiting for something.
I mean, fucking Chandler's a beast, man. For just doing that, like, still... like, to be able to mess up your opponent while you're already having your own issues... You know, and it's charging at him.
And charging at him and not knowing his leg's going to hold up. Dude, I was waiting for his leg to break. I was like, no! Yeah, man, that was as soon as he rocked him and he went, like, far back, I saw him just starting to charge. I was like, no! It's going to break! Dude, he should have... I can't watch! We were all looking away from the screen.
He should have honestly just, like, approached him, like, how, you know how John Jones would enter in the octagon? You know, like that, like, almost just... He should have just started crawling. Boom, rocked him and just start crawling towards him. That would be the dopest. Yeah, that would be the dopest. That would be sick. Man, but props to both of these guys. For sure, they'll give them a rematch. And this is actually a good thing for Bellator, in my opinion, dude. Because it filled up this card, this New York card here, and then they don't have many fighters right now. Mm-hmm. So this kind of gives them like, okay, we can make another event, and we could put these guys in there where it's still interesting. And so it's like, this is a good thing for Bellator, given the fact that they don't have many noticeable fighters, and this is already kind of everybody knows Chandler, is it now?
Now people are starting to know Primus,
right? So anyone who knows who Chandler is, they know who Primus is. So it's a good thing in my opinion. But then Fedor and Matt Mitrione, man, that was a fucking crazy fight.
Yeah, that we didn't get to see because my computer is a piece of garbage.
Dude, what are we gonna do about this, man?
I mean,
we should do a GoFundMe page.
No, it's just like, it's not even the computer, it's the website.
Oh yeah, it was the website.
Yeah.
The website. Yeah.
But it just froze up on us. And then, and it was so quick. So we turned it back on and it was over. But that was a crazy double knockdown.
It was funny because we started having fucking problems and then we got it back on. And then it was still kind of like lagging a little bit, but you could hear the announcements, and you could hear it was a double knockout. I remember just looking at you guys like, "What the fuck, dude? Is this really my life right now? Like, really, dude? Like, this just happened?"
And then every time during the Mitrione and Fedor fight, which was the fight we wanted to see the most, even during the replays, it would freeze up whenever it would be like right before they're gonna punch or something.
Right before like you found out like who got up. Was it like, because you could kind of tell that Mitrione was starting to get up, you know, but then it would lag. It was like fucking bummer, man. But what a crazy fucking fight that was.
Yeah, I mean, even with the replays, it was pretty crazy. And Matt said in the post-fight press conference that even though it didn't last that long, he knows that he was saying, like, Fedor is really good. Like, he is probably the best and smartest fighter I've ever been in there with, and I was only in there with him for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But he was, like, calculating me like a puzzle or something.
Yeah.
Like, he was looking at my hips and my feet and where I'm moving and my hands, everything, all at once.
But at this moment, like, he kind of helped Mitrione because he noticed that Fedor was doing that, which caused him to, like, oh shit, let me do something a little different, whatever it was. But yeah,
so that's what he said. He just wanted to be as unpredictable as he can. That's one of Mitrione's best attributes in the cage. He's very light on his feet for a giant man.
I was gonna say that he's
that's
light
from
and
football.
He has some jabs, fast jabs too. Oh yeah, definitely. Football definitely helped out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what a fucking crazy...
That was crazy. And then, like, Mitrione threw, like, a straight right, and then Fedor, like, threw from his hips.
Right.
You could see, like, he was like...
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Let's take a little break here.
Where your money is.
It's not in my wallet?
I don't know where that is.
It should be over there.
Yeah, I put it on the table. I brought it in from outside. Let's finish up. Still gotta talk about that UFC card too.
Yeah, so a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with that fight ending so quick, we had this random ass fight.
Well, this was the swing bout. So every card has a swing bout just in case they have the time. There's a match that might go on.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this one ended from a rear naked choke. I didn't know either of these guys, but it was a pretty good choke.
Yeah, it was a good choke. I mean, it was definitely a great add-in kill time to it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good fight for just being added.
Right, so for sure, I mean, Bellator did amazing. Even with that, they did good on. And then afterwards, what did we have? What was the fight after that?
The main event, Chael Sonnen and Vanderlei.
Oh, my God, man. It went exactly how I thought it would go.
Yeah.
You know?
Chael Sonnen doing his thing. I mean, Chael Sonnen's fights aren't, like, super exciting, but he's really good at what he does. He really goes in there and bullies people on the ground.
Kind of, like, smothers you.
Yeah, and he constantly moving and changing position.
Putting weight on you and shit like that.
He's just a straight wrestler.
I don't even know.
He's just like Ben Askren, I would say.
Yeah, I guess. I would give Ben Askren the power edge. Maybe, you know, but
he's better.
Yeah, definitely. But Vanderlei did rock him at one point.
Yeah, that was a nice punch.
Fuck, man. I mean, other than that, it was pretty much a wrestling match over and over again. Now, Vanderlei,
like you said, it played out how everybody expected it to.
Yeah, and Vanderlei now is calling. He called out. He said, I want to fight someone who's not gonna wrestle me."
Yeah.
So we'll see who they'll give him next. I didn't think they would give. I thought Vanderlei this might have been his last fight, but I guess he still wants to go at it.
I think they're both gonna continue fighting. Chael Sonnen said he wants to fight Rory. Like he's saying he doesn't know it yet, but we'll fight someday.
Look at Chael, man. But yeah, what a great fucking event for Bellator it was, dude. New York City,
good
their debut.
Production, good fights, good card and matchups.
It was magical, I would say.
It was good. It was good for Bellator. Magical. I'm really glad they're doing well.
Yeah,
like finally somebody else is out there competing with the UFC, because the UFC is like trying to create a monopoly for the whole sport. They just bought everybody out and just dismantled them from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So that's bullshit. You have to have competition. You have to have options for fighters. You can't just have only one organization. You have to do what they want you to do.
And right now, I see Bellator having a lot of things going good for them.
Yeah.
From the fighters able to have their own promotions and
sponsors.
Yeah, their own sponsors. Scott Coker really does look at these fighters like their own individual.
Well, yeah, he lets them be their own people, and like they put them in commercials and shit.
Yeah.
They're okay with people being like brash and just saying crazy shit because it's just their personality. Matt Mitrione during the press conference was on his like phone the whole time, and then whenever somebody would ask him a question, he'd just be like, "Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I just did this because I got paid."
There you go.
But they all love Matt because they know what his purpose is. He's doing this to make money.
Yeah.
He's not in it to be like famous or whatever.
And now he's in a 3-fight winning streak, huh?
Yeah. All knockouts.
Oof. Matt Mitrione doing his thing, man. So, yeah, Bellator, amazing. Now, moving on to the UFC.
The UFC card was kind of strange.
Yeah. I mean, Bellator definitely had the better weekend of fights. But, while we pulled that card up, man, I wanted to talk about, did you hear about this guy who trains, he's a fighter with Down syndrome?
No.
Yeah, and he trains, man, I wish I remember the camp, or the place, I think it was called, like, Brooked Camp, or God, I forgot. But this dude, man, he trains with like Ricardo Lama fighters, like so whatever camp he's in or whatever gym he goes to, that's the same gym that this kid is going to. Let me see, pull up his name for a second here. Garrett Holyleave. Garrett Holyleave? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Holeve. Holev? Garrett Holev. That sounds better, yeah. Garrett Holev. Also known as G-Money, dude.
G-Money.
G-Money, dude. Yeah, he got his first fight, where it actually was, would go on his record. Fight. Yeah, and got this dude in a guillotine choke. And it was no joke. It wasn't like the guy was taking it easy on him or anything like that. To having Down syndrome or anything. It was an actual real fight, man. And yeah, he did good, dude. Check him out. And yeah, he got it in a vicious guillotine, dude. Really tight guillotine.
Damn.
Ended up tapping out the guy.
He's pretty jacked. Too.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying they're taking it seriously, this guy, dude. I mean, and he's
it's just because he has Down syndrome doesn't mean he's not capable.
Right, and that's the thing. He was. They were actually not letting him compete due to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm sure there would be some resistance against that.
Yeah, but he got his first amateur fight and he got guillotined, so that's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. Yeah. Pretty cool, man. Yeah. So congrats to G Money. Keep doing your thing, and then also, dude. I didn't even know Clay Guida was fighting this dude.
Fought Eric Koch. I didn't see that fight. I didn't see any of these fights.
I didn't see any of this, but one thing I do know that Clay Guida did was a scorpion kick. Did you see that?
I saw that shit. Crazy motherfucker.
That fucking dude, I didn't even know he could do that. It's fucking dude, cool. It shit looked like it hurt.
I would break my leg if I tried to do that.
So yeah, I definitely wanted to fucking mention that, dude. That scorpion kick was amazing, man.
Yeah.
Glad. I like to see Clay Guida win. I always do. Yeah. I like to see him beating these new guys because he's always putting them in their place. I love that shit, man.
You can't do anything. He doesn't stop moving.
Yeah.
He's coming forward.
Yeah.
Doesn't care for punishment.
Oh, hell no. But, we had BJ Penn and Dennis Siver, right?
Yeah. I didn't see this fight either, but I saw the replays, and it just looks like BJ got his ass kicked again.
Dude, yeah. BJ, this is the fight that he should have won.
Yeah.
This is the fight that he should have won. And at moments, he had little glimpse of old BJ Penn in it, dude.
He just can't sustain it.
He just can't sustain it. It's like, oh, there it goes, and then it just fades. It's like, then he just doesn't engage, and then he just stands there, and he's just like, Dennis Siver did fucking amazing, dude, because he was using a lot of leg kicks, a lot of fucking spinning shit, high kicks, leg kicks. So I'm gonna give Dennis Siver a lot of props, dude, because he did amazing, dude. He did amazing in this fight. And also, did you see his weigh-ins? How he looked?
No.
Dude, there's a controversy where, because he looked fucking just that, like super drained out. So there's, I think they're looking into him if he used any IVs, because during the fight he looked back to normal.
Yeah.
And if you look back at the weigh-ins images,
he looked really bad.
Really bad, dude. Really bad. You can see like the cheekbones sticking out. So that's one thing that Dennis Siver has that people are talking about him right now. But
okay.
BJ Penn, I mean, he landed a nice uppercut, beautiful uppercut.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Dropped Dennis Siver, but can keep that old BJ Penn going, man.
Yeah.
So
I think BJ just needs to stop, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it, but like other people are saying like this is just what you see when you have a fighter that doesn't have any other options.
And also he was so one-dimensional.
Yeah, his fighting.
It was just box, just hands, just striking. Yeah. Dennis Siver was throwing kicks. He was punching. Like I said, he was throwing a lot of different shit.
Yeah, ever since he came back that first time against Frankie, we were like, what is this style? You're not like open, throwing different stuff, leg kicks, knees. It's just straight up and boxing.
Just straight up boxing, dude.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
Well, he stands straight up now, too.
Straight up. And it's also like, it makes it very easy for your opponent to be like, dude, I know what you're going to throw at me. You know, or you're not going to throw anything else. Yeah, I'm going to kick your legs. I'm going to just fucking chop away at you. I mean, congrats to Dennis, man. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen to BJ Penn. I don't know what the hell to do with him. If he was if I was managing him, I wouldn't want him fighting anymore. Because if you can't take Dennis Siver, then who can you take? You want to fight some new amateurs coming? Then expect your...
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you lose to Dennis Siver, you need to show that you have some fight in you, not just like one uppercut and a little like flare up.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you guys didn't mind that, but whatevs. Yeah, but
yeah, I didn't see this Tim Means and Alex Garcia fight, but it was another decision.
Yeah, that was
Did you see this one, Joakim Christensen?
Yeah, the Dominic Reyes gets a lot of hype on him now.
Yeah,
a lot of hype.
You saw this Tim Means one though. Should have got Wendy's, bro.
Should I call them back?
No. I'm just
okay. All right, man. Yeah, but definitely gonna have to do some clipping, or just gonna let it go.
No, I'll edit it.
All right.
It's just the last few times it was pretty quick,
pretty smooth. Well,
so yeah.
Yeah, Dominic Reyes, man. He seems like he's a strong dude. Knocked the guy out with was it a straight left? Straight left.
Yeah, right. He hit him like a right hook, and then right in between his arms, straight left. Boom.
And his legs just buckled and whoop, whoop, done. I mean, Dominic Reyes, was he a light heavyweight?
Yeah.
I hope he's a good fighter, man, because the light heavyweight division needs it.
Yeah, they need something.
They're hurting right now, man.
They got a bunch of old guys, a bunch of guys retiring, and a bunch of guys who can't beat John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones just dominated everyone. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully...
Just cleaned out that division. The only thing that's left is, like, Cormier and Gustafsson.
Yeah, that's it. Rumble would have been in that picture, too,
but he can't beat Cormier.
Right. But, yeah, Dominic Reyes, we'll keep an eye on you, my friend. What is he, Hispanic, right? With a name, Dominic Reyes?
I don't know. And
But,
the next fight was the shitty fight.
Oh, man, my girl Felice Herrig, man. Dude, she is so fucking gorgeous, in my opinion. I think she's beautiful, man. I think she's fucking beautiful, dude.
She's jacked.
Dude, I told you, I don't know if I told you, I seen her at the airport.
Really?
Yeah, but she was in the tram that, like, I had just gotten out of my tram that takes you to terminal, and she was on the opposite tram that takes you, like, going the opposite way, but the doors were just closing, dude, and she had her backpack on and everything. She was by herself, man. I would approach her, like, let her know how cool she is and shit, because a lot of people don't know who she is, man. She doesn't
she was, like, in her post-fight press conference, she was, like, pretty emotional, because she's saying the UFC is not, like, promoting her because she's not, like, young and beautiful like these other girls, because she's 32. She's an older fighter. And, like, her division.
Yeah, that was a bummer to hear her say that, dude. It's like, no, it's not. It's not nothing against you. It's just this fucking UFC how it
UFC
is.
shit.
There's a lot of good fighters that they're not promoting. Great fucking fighters.
Yeah.
You know?
They're the fucking promoters, and they don't want to do their job. They want you to do it yourself.
Right. And it goes back to, like, the Musashi, what he was saying. It's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Paint my hair blonde and do the, you know, it's like, what image do you guys are looking for that, you know, the record speaks for itself. The hard work that they've done.
And now because of that, Musashi gives no fucks.
Yeah, he gives
he doesn't give any fucks about the UFC, what he says. He's like, well, fuck you. I'll jab your face.
I thought Musashi was already signed for the UFC, but
that's what I thought too. I heard that, and I guess he's not.
I guess not. When Ariel mentioned to Scott, like, hey, are you gonna talk to Musashi? Like, oh shit. He said, yeah, we'll definitely talk to him. We're gonna be talking to every fucking fighter every chance we get. So that's pretty much how that went. But
yeah, Felice Herrig did well. She's improved her ground game a lot, and that was kind of her problem before. That's how Paige beat her. Didn't Paige beat her?
Yeah.
It was like she ended up on the ground and then lost there.
Yeah, and like, remember that I keep going back to that conference that she was having where she got emotional, but she had mentioned, like, that in her face you could kind of tell that she didn't want to be in there in that fight because of, like, she looks at other fighters and, like, they're just got into this fucking shit and they're making so much more, or they're getting promoted. I could see it in her face when she was fighting, man. There was something about her. I was like, something's off about her, man. Yeah. Something was off, but it all comes together, man. But yeah, what was her name? Justine Kish?
Yeah.
Shitting herself? Shit happens, huh?
Shit happens, yo.
She handled that like a fucking champ, dude.
What can you do?
What can you do, right?
She probably tried to, like, explode out of the bottom and just shit her pants.
Boom! That's it. Well,
yeah, she did explode out of the bottom.
Yeah. Felice Herrig did amazing on that fight. And then Johnny Hendricks and Boach.
Tim Boach.
Mr. Boach. Tim Boach.
Johnny looked bad. And fat.
Yeah.
How can you not make 185 when you made 170 for the first part of your career?
Dude, I don't know if this is true, but I heard he didn't even want to attempt.
Yeah, he didn't want to attempt it.
When they gave him the 2 hours of...
To lose 2 pounds. You only needed to lose 2 pounds.
What? Why didn't he attempt?
I don't know. Because he's unprofessional. He doesn't... I don't think he should be doing this anymore.
No, dude, he's done, man. He's done, man. I like Johnny Hendricks, but this is not the Johnny Hendricks that, you know, that almost gave GSP his first loss.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know what's going on with him, dude. I don't know. Maybe he's more financially secure and he doesn't need this money, this UFC as much, or he doesn't take it as seriously, you know.
Apparently he called out the team that he was working with, like his dietitians and stuff.
Oh, really? So he's pointing the finger at them?
Yeah, but, like, they're just your meal prep, dude. You have to go there and do the work.
Right.
Like, they're giving you the right nutrition, but you still have to go there and work your ass off to make weight.
Mr. Johnny Hendricks. But yeah, Tim Boach
got him with the same uppercuts kind of that he did to Okami.
Okami, that hand over the head and then coming under.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Boach is a shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad he got that win. Sucks that Johnny Hendricks didn't really seem like he was taking it seriously.
He didn't really attempt to do anything either.
Yeah.
Then this fight, Michael Chiesa and Kevin Lee, the main event.
More drama for your mama.
Yeah, it was more drama.
More drama for your mama. Yeah, right? A lot of fucking...
and it was Mario Yamasaki's fault.
Mario.
Everybody's talking shit about him. He's like, he's too worried about making those fucking hearts like a 12-year-old girl instead of just refereeing fights.
Oh, that's what Dana said, yeah. It sucks that the UFC can't really, or anybody, and like even Bellator can't even assign refs or anything. It's just, because fuck, man, he's Mario. I mean, I kind of see it both ways with that submission. I mean, but another like regardless,
I mean, he was not defending the choke at that point.
It did kind of look like he was kind of like having a seizure and shit a little bit, but with his hands up in the air, palms open. But Yamasaki he should have asked. That's all I'm saying. He should have fucking asked, right? Hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
You better. Hey, give me a sign that you're okay. You know, I've seen refs that they get up in their face, like looking at their face and their eyes and see what's going on. This dude, I don't know, he did any of that. He was just like,
oh, he's out.
He's out.
And then did you see that video I sent you where it shows Kevin Lee biting his glove?
Oh, yeah. What's
to get that choke?
Yeah, I saw that.
He bit his glove to kind of hold his arm in position so he can like use his other arm to like maneuver his body, and then like when he let go of biting his hand, then he threw his other hand over palm to palm. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. And now is that...
And Mario didn't see that, and then he also was hitting Chiesa with 12-6 elbows on top of his head when he was on his back against the cage. Yeah, he hit him with 2 elbows, 12-6 right on top of the head. And he was also like had his hand in the cage, like holding himself up when he had his
triangle,
back. Yeah,
with the body triangle. Damn, wow, a lot of shit is coming out now, Mr. Kevin Lee.
So it's like that submission was in there, but terrible job refereeing by Mario Yamasaki all around. He missed a lot of things that could have helped Chiesa's position. Yeah, and he stopped the fight too early. He didn't see Kevin Lee biting his glove. Yeah. So, but I mean, Chiesa was in a bad spot. He was getting beat up, and he was gonna get choked out from that choke. And if he didn't tap then, he was gonna tap eventually, or he could have somehow miraculously gotten out of it. Right. Like that's still a possibility because you saw what Kish got out of earlier in the night. Exactly. And her face, I thought she was done, dude. I thought she was sleeping, and then I was like, "What the hell?" She's turned around.
Yeah, dude. It came to the point. While I was watching that fight, like, dude, she had to like, she fell asleep, right? And she woke up. Like, that's probably what happened. Yeah. She like passed out, woke up. She was like, "Holy shit, I'm still fighting." That's how deep that fucking choke was that it had me thinking that, dude. You know, Mario.
You suck, bro.
You fucking suck balls.
I'm telling you, he always robbed me in the EA game.
I know.
Anytime I lose, it's because of Mario.
Fucking Mario. They're like, they have their attributes on point on that shit with him, man. Fucking dick, man. But yeah, I mean, and it sucks for Kevin Lee, man, because this really does take away from his performance.
Yeah, he was doing pretty good.
It does take away from his performance. Like,
they just need to do a rematch
in Detroit
with Big John or something.
Yeah, Herb Dean. Herb.
Yeah, Herb Dean's been screwing up lately.
Yeah, he does fuck up too. Who are the best? John McCarthy
and Herb Dean, I think.
There's this other dude that's really good, man. I don't know his fucking name. I'm gonna jot it down next time I see him. Be like, I like how this guy referees. He was in what fight was it? It was it in UFC or Bellator? I watched it in my house. Fuck, I can't remember. But this fucking referee, dude, there was a point in the fight when there was some ground action going on, and he ran and like jumped over the fighter's legs and just slid to see like a position, see what's going on. I was like, that's what I like to see, man. Like,
get into it, bro. Don't just like lollygag. Don't lollygag. So they're already asleep.
And ask the fighter, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Fucking Yamasaki, man.
Fucking bitch, dude.
Fucking bitch. Well, Yamasaki, I mean, don't take it personal. I mean, we don't hate you personally.
But you's a bitch.
But we just hate the way you fucking referee. It's horrible, man. But, and I think that sums it up with the Bellator and the UFC fights, right? Nothing else that,
yeah, that was
any
the
other fights that...
In other news, Donald Cerrone and Robbie Lawler is off. No. Apparently Cerrone has He had like a pulled groin or something, and he also has staph infection that's like in his blood. So he's kind of fucked up right now.
Man, but don't you think that's a quick turnaround?
That's what he's saying. He wants to do it at 214, but the UFC is saying no, probably like 215 or something like that.
That's a quick turnaround, and man, that would be...
But that fight keeps getting pushed back, and it's getting really annoying. But at least we'll get to see it. Because remember, it got pushed back, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be on vacation or something. And then it was supposed to be the 8th, and I'm going to be in Wisconsin.
Fuck,
so now
man.
hopefully I can see this one.
Wait, say that again, dude? So...
The first time it was supposed to happen, it got canceled, and then it got rescheduled to a day where I couldn't go see it.
Right.
And then it got canceled, and then it got rescheduled to another day.
Right.
And now it's going to get moved again.
Fucking A, man.
And I wouldn't be able to see it if it was with you guys at least.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude. But, yeah, I mean, Robbie needs to come back already, dude.
Yeah. He's had enough time off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it'll be almost a year exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Because he got knocked out, like, in July.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I took a year off, man. And it's good. And which is one of the reasons why the Cerrone and him got pushed back, because he told him, like, dude, I need some time off. I just seen you head kick fucking, what's his name?
Matt
Brown.
Yeah.
You probably said, nah, fuck that, dude.
And Rick Story.
Yeah. And Rick Story. Any other news? Again, Mayweather, Conor McGregor still.
I mean, that's
still going.
Still going, but no press conferences or anything like that yet.
Yeah.
Megan Anderson's out of that fight with Cyborg. She's fighting Tanya Evinger now.
Yeah.
And JDS versus Francis Ngannou is happening at 215.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And that 214 card is going to be stacked, dude. John Jones, Cormier, T. Wood, and Maya, Amanda Nunes. No, she's not fighting in that one. There are 3 title fights on that one, though.
Damn, why are they making it so stacked? Man?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just...
Oh, no, then the Cyborg fight.
Cyborg fight is on there, too?
Cyborg, T. Wood, and Cormier.
It's a good one. And shit, and Cerrone wants to do it there, too, with Robbie?
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do, but they're
I think
no,
the UFC,
probably not.
I don't think the UFC will. They need to make their... Each pay-per-view has to be good quality, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
as far as
they can't
fights.
stack cards too much, or too often.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
Fuck, I think we might have
We
passed
covered a lot of shit.
We covered a lot of shit. We're trying to cut these down a little shorter now, but after coming back of difficulties with our equipment.
Yeah, and we had 2 cards to cover, so it's going a little long. Try to cut out as much as I can, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Well, thank you guys for checking us out. Bro Science MMA. Go tell your mama. Go tell your dada. Go tell fucking everybody, right?
Yeah.
Tell us out, man. You know, leave us a comment. You know, you could tell us that we suck dick, or you can tell us that we're cool, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we're happy, man. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube, Facebook. We have all that. Instagram. We don't really post much on Instagram, but we should start doing that.
Yeah, what kind of shit should we start posting? Like,
we need to just do
pictures of us. Like right now, should I just be posting Instagram?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't post on Instagram normally, so I don't know how that works. But yeah, this was a pretty good long episode. Thanks for listening to us. We'll see you next week, as long as our equipment lets us.
Yeah, I think next week we'll be back at it with our original studio. The original. We're gonna have Frankie. Is Misty still here, or did she dip out?
I don't know. She probably dipped.
She dipped. All right, guys. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. The next UFC is the Ultimate Fighter finale. July 7th. Main event is Michael Johnson versus Justin Gaethje. It's pretty good fight.
That's the next one, July 7th?
Yeah, it's a Friday, though.
Oh, all right.
That Mark DeCassi is fighting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Brad Tavares, Elias Theodoro, CB Dalloway, Jessica I, Gray Maynard, Jessica Torres. Pretty good card.
Decent. It's decent.
And then, that Nunes and Shevchenko is July 8th.
Oh, so it'll be Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday. So we'll be breaking down 2 cards, so it might go a little long. Amanda Nunes, Yole and Whitaker.
Oof.
Fabricio and Overeem.
That's next week.
Pettis Miller, Travis Brown, Chris Camozzi.
All right, so this weekend will be pretty quiet as far as MMA, but the week after.
No, it is this weekend. No, yeah, it is next weekend.
Next weekend, right?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So next week we'll just talk about some other things and then break down the other ones the week after.
Yeah. I'll keep my eye open for any info. Make sure to share it with you guys. So, man, we're wrapping it up. Can't thank you guys enough.
All right. Peace out, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bro Science.